Who Will I Be? Written by Abby Huntsman, illustrated by Joanne Lou Vrethoff. Astronaut, lawyer, basketball player. None of those seem right to the main character, Isabel. Isabel knows it makes her happy to help her friends, her neighbors, and her family, but can a person really grow up to be a helper? So, Who Will I Be starts off with Isabel's teacher asking Isabel in her class, "Who do you want to be when you grow up?" And Isabel doesn't have an answer. She thinks about her first few choices, but they don't sound right. And Isabel decides to think about what she likes to do at the advice of her dad. She likes to help people, most of all, but Isabel doesn't think her answer is enough. And she also doesn't think that there's a job for a helper. So her dad takes her on a long walk through her town to see all the different jobs and all the different ways people are helping each other every day in her community. And when I say the word community, I'm talking about a group of people living together and depending on one another for various necessities of life. So Isabel and her dad are walking through the community to see different examples of people living together and depending on one another for various necessities of their lives. Who Will I Be reads. Maybe you want to be someone who helps people then, her dad suggested. Helper isn't a job, Dad, said Isabel, replying. Of course it is, her father said. Lots of jobs are all about helping to make the world a better place. Isabel wasn't too sure. Let's take the long way home, Isabel's dad said. I want to show you some people who have jobs helping others. We'll start right here at your school, Isabel's dad said. Who do you see? I see my teacher, said Isabel, and I see the crossing guard. Your teacher helps you learn, said Dad, and the crossing guard helps you stay safe. Isabel never thought of it that way. Let's see who else we can find, said Isabel's dad. A man in a white coat walking a dog gave Isabel a friendly wave. He's a veterinarian, Isabel's dad told her. He helps people by making their pets feel better. Some people help their town by joining the police force, or they help their whole country by joining the military, Isabel's dad told her. They help by keeping us safe, Isabel said. Isabel and her dad overheard the policeman ask an older woman, May I walk you to the library, ma'am? Let us stop at the library, said her dad. Hi, whispered the librarian. Do you need help finding a book? I could also sign you up for our book club. Yes, Isabel whispered. Happy to help, the librarian whispered back. So, on this long walk through her community, Isabel sees different examples of people living together and depending on one another for various necessities. She sees a veterinarian, she sees her teacher, she sees the crossing guard, she sees someone who's in the military, she sees a police officer, and she sees a librarian. So this was all inspired by Abby Huntsman, the author's upbringing, and the question that her mother would ask her every single night before she was tucked into bed. What did you do today to make someone else's day better? She was also inspired by her two brothers who serve in the U.S. Navy. Now, will Isabel be able to figure out who she wants to be and realize that being a helper is really a job? Or will she continue to question herself on who she wants to be? Do you want to find out? You gotta read to find out. Thank you.